Hello! Welcome back to my Pokemon Black walkthrough. I'm your host, DeoGenZ, and that little bridge cutscene was what we saw in the last episode when we defeated Charon, talked to the champion Alder, and now continue westward to Driftveil City. We just had Elsa lower the Driftveil drawbridge, and of course Charon is cutting on out ahead. This guy has a deeper thought and meaning for bridges. They connect the world, and that's a solid symbol that anyone can get behind. By the way, gotta say, missed opportunity, Nintendo, not having those lights light up at night. I don't know if you noticed those as we walked in, but there were some orange safety lights on the top of the bridge. Something to be aware of on this bridge is that you can actually run into some wild Pokemon here. Even though there's no grass or moss covering the bridge, if you see a shadow and hear a fluttering noise, it's either an item or a wild Pokemon. And all you can find on this bridge... Oh, what is this? Swiftwing! But all you can find on this bridge in terms of wild Pokemon is Ducklet, which evolves into that swan thing. But I'm not too fond of either of those Pokemon, so we're going to skip catching them. And just head on... Oh, to the rainstorm in Driftveil City! Awesome. I remember in the last episode we read at that little hut with the TV screen, it said that it was rainy, and it continues to be. That always makes me happy. And if you're wondering why I'm getting so giddy over weather effects, it's because I like to see when a game really programs them in well. Sometimes it seems that in Pokemon games, rain or thunderstorms are reserved to only one area. I've noticed that in the past generation games, specifically Diamond, Pearl, and Ruby and Sapphire. Same goes for Emerald too. But it never seems like the whole region is up for grabs when it comes to rain. So I love to see when it randomly spurts in any town or city. Oh great, now look, we're causing havoc and we just got here. What tarnation, Team Plasma? Take my popsicles! Now we get to see if it really is the popsicle plundering that I predicted it to be back in the Japanese white walkthrough. Life's all about give and take. Spoken by a real, based off an American character. Yep, hard working. So, before we get given, let's take a look at this city. This poor guy right here, he had his Pat Rat taken from him. Yeah, quite a shame. Actually, I don't know if it's specifically a Pat Rat, but they are plundering Pokemon left and right, those Team Plasma guys. Some kids are catching and training Pokemon close to the cold storage. We'll keep that in mind, because there's a Pokemon I'm interested in over there. Let's see if you guys can guess. It has a lot to do with the cold storage. Within this marketplace, you can find herbs for your Pokemon, which are pretty cheap and a great way to heal your pokes, only if you don't care about their happiness. Because every time you give your Pokemon one of those items, it will drop it. It's got a bitter flavor, and they don't care for it. Shadesy guy. Okay, show you a level 30. Yep, we've got over that. Alright, cool. So you've just got to show this guy a strong Pokemon over 30, and he'll give you an item. And this is where you can find Moo Moo Milk from Johto. I suppose the port here in Driftveil imports it from Olivine City. So we'll pick up a dozen for nostalgia's sake. And actually, I think that Moo Moo Milk overall does a pretty good job at healing your pokes. Still raining outside, love the rain effects. This girl in here will give you heart scales, which is very important for teaching your Pokemon moves that they may have learned in past levels, but don't have them on it now. All you have to do is make sure you show her a Pokemon with the move she requests, and she'll give you a heart scale. The move relearner, however, lives in the next city up ahead. So we'll be getting there in due time, but I'm a heartbreaker. My name is Charles. I wanted to get the attention of a girl I like, so I learned a new style of battling. Its name, rotation battles. Want to learn it? In rotation battles, you send out 3 Pokemon. One Pokemon takes the lead and the others wait on the side. The trick is that you have to switch them out at the right time. Hell yeah, we want to do a rotation battle. Alright. I always go full throttle. Yeah, Heartbreaker Charles. Oh man, why didn't they name him Heartbreaker Charles? That would have made so much sense. He's such a moody character. So this is pretty interesting and awesome that they made this an exclusive. Rotation battles, at least out in the main game, you'll only find in Pokemon Black. Triple battles, you'll find only in Pokemon White. And if you want to see what I mean, click on the White version playlist, which is right next to, or beneath rather, Zekrom, and that'll take you to the playlist. And you should see the episode where we go to Driftveil, and instead of Charles fighting rotation style, he does triple battles. He has the same Pokemon for each battle, but it's just a different style. Should we replace it? Yeah. Why not? Give it a fighting type move, and get rid of useless tail whips. In my opinion, I think that rotation battles are a lot more fun. It really keeps you on your toes a lot more than triple battles, because it's all about rotating. It's all about switching the Pokemon with the 3 that are out. And I haven't even begun to look into EV training for this type of battle, but when I do, oh man, am I going to have some great strategies for the PokeChat live casts that I host on Sunday. But I think that the triple battles are kind of like an overkill of double battles. I thought double battles were interesting, but I never found them astounding. But rotation battles, really a cool mechanic. Although triple battles, I just, honestly, I haven't gotten into any of them, so I don't have enough experience to talk. I forgot that thing can use Flame Charge. Oh, so close. A sliver of HP left. Alright, well, let's rotate so we don't have to take another Flame Charge. Whack him with a Girder! Is there any Steel Girder type moves? Like Girder Smash? I always thought it would be funny if Timber could learn Woodchuck. And not the animal. I'm talking hurling a chunk of log at your opponent. Seeing what kind of damage that does. Sheesh, that's embarrassing. Getting schooled when I'm planning to teach. Still, I have potential. You have to understand your Pokemon to win in a rotation battle. If you want to have more rotation battles, go to Opelucid City. Ah, yeah, I wish somebody knew that, or I wish I knew that, during my Japanese White walkthrough, because people wanted to see a lot more of rotation and triple battles, but I didn't know where to find them. Hahoo! You have a Pokedex! How many Pokemon have you found? 50 or more? Now we're talking! So what the Shell Bell does is a useful little item, somewhat like leftovers, except it won't re-heal your Pokemon's health until it makes some damage on your opponent. And right in here are some useless NPCs. They just talk about evolution and how it rocks. It does, but this team is going to be mainly unevolved. Since this team is going to be mainly unevolved, I think I'll go ahead and raise up my Cyndaquil into Typhlosion in the Crystal walkthrough. But that guy, he desires to surf. And guess what? So do we. Otherwise, we can't continue our adventures. But we're in luck. Sorry for the jump cut. Because this gym, run by Clay, who I almost called Yakin. I always remember Yakin and his crazy popsicles. But he will give us the surfing powers. Of course, we need to find the HM. But I'm sure it will come along in our adventures. So, for the sake of being on time in YouTube, we have to speed up these minor battles. The only reason I wanted to show you a full-length battle with Charles was because it's the first rotation battle we've seen, and I really love the mechanics of it, so I just wanted you to focus on that. If I sped that up, we'd probably have more time for trainers, but this guy tells you the importance of helmets and gives you a Rocky one. Rocky Helmet is an awesome item introduced in the 5th gen that you attach to your Pokemon, and when it's hit with a physical type move, it will damage your opponent. Your dad. Your dad doesn't happen to be Clay, does he? Nah. If it was, I'm sure he would give you a little cowboy hat to wear as well. Gotta represent. Whoa. My Fire Monk is too much for bugs. And Dweeble is taken out easily with water-type moves, except for that Sturdy. An annoying stall move. Quite useful in actual metagame, though. It allows for new items to be attached to your Pokemon that you would otherwise attach a band to prevent one-hit KOs. And we're going to cut that battle because it's not the Pokemon I'm looking for. And pick up Ether to restore our power points. And nope, that's not it either. Hi-ya! Sorry about that, guys. Had to jump up a little forward. With so many wild Pokemon, let me tell you what you can find here. What the fuck was that? Wow. Horrible editing. That's what it was. Okay. Anyway, what you can find in the waters of Driftveil City, because I realize I've been neglecting to tell you what you can find in bodies of water, but you can find a Frillish, you can find Jellicent, which is just the evolution of that, and you can also find the Sunfish Alamomola. In the grass, however, you can find Minccino, Herdier, Timber, and also Vanillite. Getting pretty close to the end of the episode. But will I find the Pokemon I desire? No, not yet. Oh, man. So many Mincinos over here. Oh, hey, Charon, what's up? DeoGenZ. Do you think Team Plasma could be inside? I don't like cold places, but we have to check. What a bother. Yeah, I'm with you on that one, Charon. I really don't like the cold. Finally, it's summer, so I don't have to deal with it. An awesome free heart scale without having to show that move-obsessed girl any of our Pokemoves. Finally! Ice Cream Cone! Vanillite, the ice Pokemon. This Pokemon, when I saw it in the Japanese version, my jaw dropped. And wow, we were very close to destroying it there. Alright, perfect chance to catch it. I love ludicrous ideas for Pokemon sometimes. It didn't work so well for Trubbish, but this one really resonates well with me. And we caught a Vanillite! Gotcha! Woohoo! The temperature of their breath is negative 58 degrees. They create snow crystals and make snowfall in areas around them. They sure didn't do that around the cold storage, but we'll have to explore that place in the next episode.